Hi there, stamping friends. Hello. I'm gonna look over at my computer for a minute and see if I can see myself. Thanks for joining me. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. My first live video in my new stamping group, and I'm like kind of bedraggled today with you're just getting the real me today, so that'll be fun, right? Let me see if I can get this. I'm trying to get your comments up on my screen. Like, I'm not a super high tech here. I've got my phone here filming me right now, and I'm going to flip it in a minute. I'm not fancy in that way, so I'll have to physically flip my phone, so you'll have to bear with me. I'm just figuring all of this out by myself today. Okay, there we go. Now I'm going to click on and watch the comments, and hopefully it doesn't become loud here. Just a minute. Okay, thanks for joining me, you guys. I am so excited to be sharing stamping in this way. Today I'm going to make a little card. This is a card I've made quite a bit lately, but a slightly different variation. So I'll just share it with you, share the measurements with you, and it's pretty easy and fun to do. And I don't know if you can see the description of this video, but it just says bright and beautiful fun fold. So it's a little bit of a fun fold, and uses some bright and beautiful product, which is one of our Stampin' Up's brand new stamp sets that's going to go on sale tomorrow. So exciting. The new catalog goes live tomorrow, so if you don't have a catalog and you would like one, then send me a message and we can chat about it. Okay, so now comes the time where I'm going to go ahead and flip my phone so that you guys can see my table. So hold please, I'll get this all situated. Oh, I need to flip this first. Where's my flip button? There we go. Okay. Oh, but it's still the wrong way. See, I knew I was going to do something wrong. But that's what. Make sure this is looking good. And now you can see the product. So I grabbed last minute, I had everything all laid out and I kind of walked through it, making sure that I had everything all ready. And then I was like, oh, I didn't grab cardstock for the card base, and I couldn't decide what color to use. So that's why I had to get the comments ready, and I can see your comments now. Hello, everybody. So these are my 3 prints of designer series paper that I'm going to be using. So with that in mind, which card base should I use? Berry Burst, a old and loved cardstock that's returning. We get to, that goes on sale tomorrow. Lemon, this is exactly the same, Lemon Lime Twist. All 3 of these, I guess, all 3 of these cardstocks have been a Stampin' Up! Color before, and we had to say goodbye to them, which was so tragic and awful, and now they're back. So, happiness. Now I'm looking on my computer, and the colors of these are kind of weird. This looks more like an old color, like a summer star fruit that we used to have. But I assure you, Pretty Peacock, Lemon Lime Twist, Berry Burst. So I see one person, Leslie Claire, says Berry Burst. If any of the others of you have an opinion, and have it fast, because because I'm ready to cut. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm going to create a little fun fold that has a diagonal cut on it. So I'm going to do a little measurement with these and then cut it on the diagonal, and then I'll still be able to have 2 card bases. So it's really easy to, you're just making it fun, but you still are not wasting any cardstock. Okay, I'm seeing 2 Pretty Peacocks and all the rest Berry Burst. So it looks like Berry Burst is winning. That's fine with me. I love this color. Okay, so I've got my 2 long ends here, and I'm going to attempt to do this the right way. I have been told I use my paper trimmer upside down, but I'll do it up here. Oh, so you guys still can't see that. I'll slide it down. Okay, I put my cardstock at 3 inches, and I put a little mark right there. I'm going to flip my cardstock around and do the exact same thing on this side. 3 inches. There we go. Okay, now I've got those 2 marks, so I need to put both of those marks in the track and then connect the dots with my cutter. There we go. So now I have two pieces of cardstock that are exactly the same. They look different, but they're the same. So now I have two card bases, but we're only going to make one tonight. So the next step, I need to add some score lines. The first one is at 4 1/4, so it's a regular standard size card base. And the next one is going to be at 8 inches. But see, now I have to put it down here to score it at 8 inches because the arm only goes one direction. I'm kind of special when it comes to paper trimmers. But it doesn't matter because it's going to be great no matter what. So now you just fold it up. So I'll fold that one over that way and that one across. So now this still fits in a regular size envelope, but it has an interesting fold. So I don't know, I've seen a lot of cards like this, similar but different, and you can decorate these, like you can get really crazy with these and decorate them in such fun ways. But what I'm going to do is add some designer series paper on these 3 panels. And I have the measurements for them. So this is the first one. Let's see. And the only thing you need to worry about with this bright and beautiful designer series paper, because it's a 6x6 paper, so I'm just going to make sure to see where, like I definitely want to have some berry burst there, but I'm also going to use blue ribbon, so it'd be good to have both of these. So maybe I'll cut on this side over here. So this largest piece is going to be 4 inches by 5 1/4. So since my paper is 6 inches, we don't need to cut all the way, but I'm just going to do it for the sake of easiness. So 4 inches by, come down here, 5 1/4. There we go. So there's my first piece. And that I'm going to put right here on my card. Now the only problem now is I need to also cut this at a diagonal, just like the cardstock. So what I'm going to do, because right now it's like a perfect border all the way around, so I'm just going to slide my designer series paper up just a bit, about so that point meets there, but maybe a little bit more, and then I'll just flip it over and trim it off. You could probably do this on your paper trimmer too, but I'll just do it with my snips because it's easy. And then I'll just stick this down, and that way we can just be finished with this part and move on to the next layer. Okay, perfect and so cute. I mean, does that say party or what? Love it. Next layer is this beautiful piece, and I'm planning to use this. This is Lemon Lolly, and I don't even think this is identified as one of the colors in the suite, but it is on the designer series paper. So I want to make sure to get probably this bottom part, because that'll be the only other yellow on the card. So let's see. This next measurement is going to be 3 1/2 by 4 1/4. So 3 1/2 and then 4 1/4. So I'll favor the lemon side. 4 1/4. Oh, and that's good. Then it has like a tiny bit of berry burst on the bottom. So that will blend into the cardstock. Now I'm not going to put it here because I'm going to leave this panel to write the birthday message. So instead I'm going to put it here. I'm going to do the same thing I did with the last piece of DSP. So I'll just slide it up a little bit, trim it off, and stick it down. Okay, I'm using Seal Plus. I know these pieces of designer series paper are not going anywhere. They will be stuck. And finally this one right here. So it's got a little bit of lemon lime twist in it. I think that will match nicely with and give really nice variety. So what I was trying to accomplish was to have like some smaller patterns and larger patterns and just get a really nice variety. So I wouldn't use all of the stripe versions with this layering look. I mean, you could, I suppose. That's the cool thing about a pack of designer series paper is it's just almost always looks really nice together. So, okay, this next one is 2 3/4 by 3.5. Same process. Oh, that is too small. Are my measurements off? Oh, I probably cut it wrong. I probably cut it at 2.5. That's what I did. Okay, that's okay. We'll just go with it because I'm going to embellish a little bit, so we may not even notice that it was too small. So 2 3/4 by 3.5. I said the measurements right, but then I cut it at 2.5. Well, my friends, that's what you get with a live video, you know? So here we go. I think it's still gonna look awesome. In fact, I'm gonna put it over this way a little bit because I'm gonna have a lot going on over on this side, so it'll be fine. All right, exciting. Oh, now I've got a piece of white cardstock that I will add to the inside here. If I wrote on this, you could see it just fine, but I think the white piece really leaves a nice, let's see, is that gonna be, should be 4.5. Yeah, I think this will work great. It gives it a really nice finished look. So that's why I'm gonna add that. And then just in case I don't have like a really dark pen around when I'm writing out this birthday card, then it's okay. Okay, got that. Trim that off. Perfect. Now on to the embellishing. Cuteness. Okay, so I had this on my desk already. In fact, most of this was just kind of like a scraps on the desk card because I've been working a lot with this suite. It's really fun to stamp with, and as I put in my description, I'm going to be doing a little preview of my current card class. So you can, and that's with these same products. I've been using them a lot. Okay, so with this one, I am going to stamp, let's see, I was thinking of using this one. I was trying to decide if I should do a, let's see, I think it's Time for a Celebration, but it doesn't quite fit. And so if I'm going to use this label that's already been cut out, I need to pick a different greeting. So I'll probably just go with the Happy Birthday. That's a good one. So let's do that one. You can see I've been using Berry Burst, but this time I'm going to go with Blueberry Bushel. It's the darkest color, and I thought that would be best for stamping on Lemon Lolly. Let's see. I don't know. Does it go like this, or I'm trying to decide. I'll just do it right like that and call it good. Okay, there we go. I've got this awesome ribbon right here that I do not remember the name of it. Bordered ribbon, I don't know, Night of Navy, who knows. But this ribbon is so nice to tie bows with. And so I'm going to, I picked that one so that I could tie just like a really nice bow, because sometimes the bows can get too bulky depending on the ribbon. Okay, there we go. Try to get that straightened out a bit. Perfect. And let's see, yeah, that should be good. I'll just trim off those ends. Boy, that's kind of like, yeah, so you could just kind of work it whatever way you want. I need to trim off that other end though because it is a little bit rough. This looks like it would be really good ribbon to use a cigarette lighter with to kind of heat these ends. I don't know, sometimes I do that though and they just burn. So I won't try it live. I'll just try it later. Okay, that's looking pretty good. Now I intended to add a couple of balloons, or like a balloon and a star, but I forgot to cut those out. I was a little distracted before I started this, so I will add those on and then add a picture afterwards to the video so that you can view that. Let's see, need one more dimensional here. I'll stick these down, but it's pretty darn cute as is. So it really doesn't need much more. I'm going to put that at a little bit of an angle. There we go. And last but not least are these amazing iridescent rhinestones. I love these so much. These are my favorite rhinestones. They are my favorite jewels even. They're just so beautiful, and they take on the color of the whatever they're on top of. So they just look amazing always. So there it is, the end. Okay, well, and then I'm going to add a little bit and add that onto it. But I want to show you, so that's the main thing I wanted to show you today. Oh, I have here's one other one that I did earlier, and that's just different papers and different, there you see the balloons and the stars added to it. So, I mean, you could do any of the different mixtures together. Now, here's a little preview of my card class, and I'll do a post of that in here a little later too, so you can see what's coming up. Okay, so here's the first card. You did it. Slide that out of the way. Has some of that awesome new lemon lime twist ribbon, and just a few of the pieces of designer series paper layered together. There's not a bad paper in that mix. Here's another one, and just tons of stamping. So there you can see the color scheme that these cards will use. Berry Burst, Bubble Bath, Balmy Blue, and Lemon Lolly. So it's kind of different than the color scheme that is in the catalog that you'll see associated, and that's in the paper. I went with more pastels, except for kept the Berry Burst. And then this balloon came from this card, as you can see here. And so a note card, Berry Burst, let's get our celebration on, yeah. And then finally, a little birthday hat card with this cute star stamp set. I just love that, that's adorable. So a little bit of fringe there. So those are the cards for my current card class. So check that out if you're interested. And that's it for tonight. I am planning to do a live video every Monday. So same time, same place. See you then, and thank you so much for joining me. I love sharing stamping, and I'm so grateful I got to share it with you tonight, wherever you may be. Okay, thanks for watching. Bye-bye.